Hey everyone, Mike from Iron Nation Garage. Hope everyone is doing well. So what I'm working on tonight is a Troy-Bilt TB6040 weed whacker. I've had this weed whacker now 15 years and it has been awesome. I had to replace the carburetor on it last year. We had an issue. We got another carburetor off Amazon, popped it on there, good to go. I've been doing a little bit more landscaping this year, so it's been getting a lot more use. So recently I ran into an issue where it's bogging down. It's running under idle, but when I hit the throttle, it bogs. So what I'm thinking is it's run a little bit low on oil. It just takes 10W30 detergent or either a 30 weight detergent oil or 10W30 engine oil. It's a 4-stroke weed whacker. I think it's running a little bit low, and I believe I had this issue in the past. So we're going to test it out and see if the oil was the issue, and if we get that thing filled back up, and if it solves the problem. Otherwise, we might have an issue with the spark arrestor being clogged or something with fuel. So let's take a look and see if it fixed it. I'll show you what we have going on, how it's bogging. Now, this was happening to me the other day. It may not do it when I start it up, but I'm going to start it up and see if it actually does it right now for you guys so you can see the problem, and then we'll work through it. So guys and girls, tisk on my behalf. I was pretty low on engine oil for the weed trimmer here, for the string trimmer. I just put a good amount of 10W30 Wally World Super Tech, 5,000 miles, all mileage covered, synthetic brand 10W30. Now, manufacturer says you can do 10W30 and or 30 weight detergent oil for this model. It's a Troy-Bilt TB6040XP, 4-cycle, okay, not 2-stroke. So this is not mixed gas. This bad boy is going to be just regular fuel, and then you put your oil in down here, okay? So you're not mixing gas with this. So I think what happened here is oil got low, and I think at that point it just started bogging and it wasn't going to throttle up on me. So I know in the previous video, and again, the oil was probably hot, the engine was hot, it wasn't getting the lubrication, and it was still running, but I shut it down pretty quick. So we got a good amount of oil in there. It was short. We're going to add more in as it looks like it's draining down and in there. I'm going to add a little bit more and get it filled up. I think that was our issue. So let's see what happens. I'll fire it up. I've got a job I got to do here another day or a couple days. And we'll see how she runs. I was getting ready to go buy a steel string trimmer, but I think this old 15-year Troy-Bilt might still do the trick. So we'll see. All right, let's see how she fires up now. Again, she ran nice for you guys earlier when I fired it up. I think because it was cold. I think that was the problem with the oil. So again, very good running weed whacker. Unfortunately, weed trimmers, we just neglect. We don't, I should have been more on top of this thing, but just it ate the oil a little bit, unfortunately. So let's fire it up, see what it does. No choke. Okay, a little bit of smoke. I think we got some oil in the exhaust. But all in all, oil, I believe, was the issue. We're going to go out and we're going to use it in a couple days, see how she does. Hopefully it performs and I don't have to go buy a new one. So we'll see. Keep you guys all and girls all posted. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in to the Iron Nation Garage. Going to keep bringing content. This was an easy one. Hopefully it's just the oil and neglect on my end. Some of these things, these smaller things you forget about when you got other things you're worried about. So check your stuff. I got to practice what I preach sometimes with some of my small engines. So this is one definitely I got to stay on top of. So, all right, here's a follow-up with the old Troy-Bilt 4-cycle weed whacker. She's running good. It was just the oil issue. Just had to add some oil to it. So I'll show you guys a demo here with it outside in the daytime now. Check it out. All right, another thing with your weed eaters and weed trimmers that you could see. Obviously, we've went over this one. This is my Troy-Bilt here, 4-cycle weed whacker. When you're storing these weed whackers, store them just like this in your shed or in your garage, basement, house, wherever you're putting it. Make sure they're inside. Don't put them outside. Don't let them get wet, get the rain on them. Store them just like this. And the reason I say that is because of the oil and the gas. You don't want it running down in the engine or in the exhaust. You want to have them stored flat. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems. I used to hang this thing up on my rafters. I used to hang it like this. All right, now that's up in the air here, but I had rafters. It would hang from my rafters in my shed, which was convenient for me. However, it is best to store them just lying down like that so you don't get oil or gasoline into the exhaust or in your anywhere around the air filter and whatnot. So store them down like that. It definitely helps. I've learned that a couple years ago, and it certainly runs better, and you don't deal with issues with the fuel or your oil. And when you're gassing these things up, guys and girls, I use ethanol-free fuel. I've mentioned this in my other videos on Iron Nation Garage YouTube channel. Also on my Instagram and my Facebook channel, I have mentioned this. Make sure you're doing, I just went out and filled up a 1.5 gallons here of E3, which is the ethanol-free gas. It was $4.11 a gallon, and that's in September of 2025. But absolutely worth it, 100% for your small engines. I used to do high test. I don't even do that anymore. Everything is ethanol-free. In my zero turn, in my weed whackers, in my lawn mowers, my leaf blower, all ethanol free. And if you guys and girls can, go back to my previous videos. I did a whole video at the gas pump with ethanol free at a Wawa, just going over the fuel types and whatnot. So, but remember that ethanol free for your weed whackers, for all your small engines, okay? Okay, she's already warmed up, so I don't need to choke it or anything, so we're just going to fire her up. Okay, that's a wrap on it. Works really nicely, guys. Just it was a little bit low on oil. Got to maintain it. Make sure it has the proper oil fill in there. So, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you all for again tuning in. Have a great day.